From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Early Riser Update.
You want to go where to buy a new refrigerator? Steve's A to Z Appliance in Cottonwood? In Cottonwood? Just a 10-minute drive. And they'll save us money. New and used, honest, reliable, factory-trained repair service and parts, and they'll save us money. And dispose of this thing? We gotta make the short drive to Steve's A to Z. Thanks, hon.
Steve's A to Z Appliance, front and main streets in Cottonwood. Drive a little, save a lot.
Well, good morning, everyone. We do have a cooling trend, and it's starting today. You know, the heat wave we've been experiencing, it's finally over, and we're going to see our temperatures begin to drop. And in fact, they're going to be dropping below normal for many parts of Northern California, including the valley. We also have isolated thunderstorms starting today. And they'll continue as we go into tomorrow and possibly even into Friday for some spots as well. Now, the heat advisory that has been basically in effect for Siskiyou and Modoc County since last week is expected to expire at 11 o'clock tonight. But it may expire before then. It's one of those things where sometimes, especially depends on what the temperatures do, the Weather Service may allow it to expire a little bit sooner than anticipated. So we'll have to kind of wait and see what happens with that. All right, so here is your planner for your Wednesday. There you can see, of course, the mostly cloudy skies. Now, I do think we're going to see more clouds making their way even out towards Crescent City. Hoopa, though, still looking at sunny skies. But look at Hoopa. You are going to keep it below 100 degrees today. And most of us in the valley should stay below 100 degrees today as well, although Redding kind of just borderline, but Red Bluff about 98 and 93 degrees in Chico. Let's take you out to the mountains for your Wednesday. And of course, they were looking at those chances for showers in Weaverville. Now, the best chances for thunderstorms today will be in Siskiyou and in the Modoc counties. But Weaverville, Trinity County may see a stray shower or thunderstorm. And then for the eastern mountains, I'm keeping it dry. I don't think we're going to see any activity there, at least for today. So let's take a look at that heat. The heat is finally shifting down to the south. And what's happening is we're starting to see some cooler air coming in from the north and west. So even though the peak of the cooling trend is this weekend, we're going to see temperatures slowly increase as we go through next week because this heat will then come back up in our direction. But here's the kind of the whole overall setup. We've got this trough low pressure right here. It has cooler air associated with it. And so that's where the cooler air is, right? And then we have the hot air, the warmer air here. Both of these are kind of battling it out. The heat wants to move in, the cooler air wants to move in. So this right here is preventing this heat from building in as strong as it wants to. So as a result, our temperatures are increasing, but most likely they're not going to give us that heat wave that we saw this past week. But in fact, we look over the next 8 to 14 days, we actually have a pretty good chance of seeing near normal temperatures, which is, at least for the valley, in the upper 90s. So let's take a look at Futurecast today. And I was talking about the chance for thunderstorms mainly in the mountains, especially in Siskiyou and even Modoc County. So this is where most of the activity will be. Now, there may be a pop-up shower, especially for northern Trinity County, as we go into this afternoon. So I'm giving at least Weaverville and maybe even Hayfork a slight chance for a stray shower thunderstorm today. But I think it's going to be tomorrow that we'll see that better chance. And by the way, that fog is really beginning to hug the coast as well. Let's take you into Thursday afternoon. That's noon tomorrow. You see how the thunderstorms are popping up now in Trinity County, Siskiyou County, and Modoc County. This is noon, by the way. They'll probably pick up a little bit more intensity as we go through the afternoon for Modoc County and Siskiyou County. We could even be looking at the potential for some severe thunderstorms developing with heavy rainfall, gusty winds, maybe some hail. That's for tomorrow, and maybe some of that activity in Trinity County. And we're also seeing activity popping up in the eastern mountains, in particular around Lassen County. But look at the valley. It's going to remain dry. And as we go into Thursday evening, we're still seeing some activity out there, but it's beginning to break apart, especially as the sun sets. Now we take a look at the long range here, and I want to take you into Friday and really even through the weekend. We're not going to see much after this. After really Thursday, chances for thunderstorms are pretty much gone, and it should remain dry for the rest of the weekend and even into early next week. All right, so let's take a look at your forecast for today. There you can see temperatures in the valley about 100 degrees. For the mountains, we're looking at temperatures in the 80s and 90s, depending where you are. Of course, the eastern mountains, Modoc County, upper 80s, low 90s. But for Trinity County, western Siskiyou County, mid to upper 90s. And of course, for the coast, we're looking at those temperatures in the low 60s. So let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. We'll start off with Siskiyou County, Mount Shasta in particular. I've got that chance for thunderstorms for today, tomorrow, and there's even a slight chance we could see some activity on Friday as well. Now, that's also the case for Alturas. Over the weekend, mid to upper 80s, and then you see the temperature starting to climb again. I've got that slight chance for showers and thunderstorms on Thursday for Susanville, but not today, or Friday for that matter, and then temperatures increasing going into next week. Here's your 7-day forecast for Redding, mid-90s for Thursday, Friday, and then temperatures climbing back up to about 100 degrees by next Monday, Tuesday. We reveal a slight chance for some activity today, a better chance for thunderstorms on Thursday, and then by Friday, Saturday, it dries out again and warms back up as we go into early next week. And for the coast, no big surprises there, upper 50s to around 60 degrees.